Today is all about doing what you want to so you can start living a life that you are super excited about. That's coming up. I'm Erin Nicole Bick.
And I'm Brian Garcia. Welcome to Be Adventure Partners YouTube channel, where we help couples escape the box that society tries to keep us in, turn your idea into an awesome business online so that you can live a life that you are actually excited about. Now, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified every single time we launch a brand new video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So what does it even mean to do what you want to? This is a big question. A lot of people that we talk to, even myself and Brian, went through times in our lives where we were just grinding it out, where you feel like I should be going to work. I should, get a job. I should be doing this or staying late or whatever it is. There's these moments where we should all over ourselves, and that never feels good. That never feels congruent or like something that comes from the heart whenever we said we should be doing something. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today. Moments where we should all over ourselves instead of doing what we want to, and how to change that, right?
Yeah, so I can remember back when I was in the fire department and I was working long hours. You could probably relate. You probably just grinding it out, maybe working a couple different jobs. Well, in the fire department, I was essentially working a couple different jobs. Our normal shifts were 24 hours on, 48 hours off shift. But in order to make ends meet, I had to work another job. So what I did was I put in more time, overtime. So instead of 24 on, 48 off, it ended up being 48 hours on shift, 24 hours off shift. So what does that even look like? Imagine going into work at noon on Monday and working solid until noon on Wednesday. That's what that sort of thing looks like. And I did that for years, for almost 9 years straight. And then I started to think about, I actually want to do what I want to do. I don't want to feel like I have to go and clock in. I don't want to feel like I've got to go to these emergencies, and I want to be able to just go travel the world. I wanted to be able to, meet the love of my life. I wanted to be able to experience really cool things. And so that's when I had the idea, way back in like 2012, hey, maybe I should have, some sort of little business or something that I could create that I can work on the side. And maybe one day it would replace that income from the fire department. So I started chasing shiny objects. I learned about, the whole network marketing thing where, go get your friends and family and they'll get their friends and family. And then there's this whole big, deal of, gathering your friends and family, and a few of them, some will, some won't. So what sort of thing goes on? And that didn't really make me feel good. And so I was just like, okay, 3 years into it, I knew that what I wanted and what I wanted to do was still heavy on my heart. And I was like, okay, what could I do? That's when I started creating a business online. So like the network marketing thing was kind of like a gateway into building a real business online with actual products and services that, we create. And that was the pinnacle moment of, doing what I want was starting to become a reality. Yeah. Do you have any similar stories about that? Because I know that we have talked about a few. What do you got on your mind?
Well, actually, the first thing I wanted to mention was this past weekend, we were at a big event, and one of our biggest mentors, Norbert Olowitz, he said, network marketing is like the gateway drug to a real business. Yeah. And we thought that was really funny. And we actually laughed pretty good about it because that was true for both of us. Before I started a business, I was doing hair. And as a hairstylist, it was the same thing. Not quite as bad hours as Brian, but working weekends, working long hours on my feet, running around, taking care of people, dancing around the hair chair, trying to do this thing, do this life, build a life that I was excited about, but I just felt worn out.
It was like a grind, right?
It was like a grind. It felt like I was grinding it out every day. The subway ride was about 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back. So initially, I was kind of wasting my time playing stupid games like Angry Birds and stuff. Sorry, Angry Birds. But I was wasting my time. And then once I found personal development, I started working on personal development. Well, guess what? That led me to the gateway drug, which was network marketing. So I started a network marketing business as well. And that was a pinnacle moment for me because up to that point, I had never really, I made a lot of decisions on my own and big decisions at that. But this was like the first decision where I really didn't ask anybody. It wasn't like, hey, what do you think about this? I just kind of dove in head first and did what it was that I wanted to for one of the first times in my whole life. Well, that kind of ruffled some feathers. Not a lot of people liked it. My boyfriend at the time really didn't like it. My family, they were kind of like, what? What do you mean you're starting a business? They didn't really poo-poo on it, but they were like, what? You're a hairstylist. Like, you've been a hairstylist for years. So people were a bit confused. I had some friends in my friend group that were just like, what? Like, why would you do that? That's stupid. Nobody likes personal development. So there were some like weird rocky times during the whole do what I want to instead of bounce ideas off of others. But the really cool thing is that every single decision that you make leads to something else. And if I would have never found network marketing, I would have never ever met Brian because I never would have struggled. Like for 2 years, I didn't make a dime in my network marketing company. So as I was searching all over the internet, looking for other people who were doing what they wanted to, living lives that they really loved, I found a group of people, amazing community online where I started to learn how to market myself like a professional instead of like handing out flyers or leaving my business card on the subway or writing, MsBic.com on bathroom doors at bars and stuff. I started to learn how to actually be a professional, which is where I met Brian.
So this is how you start to learn to do what you want, because it's the freedoms that you develop within your own lives that will allow you to get there. So check this out. A friend of ours, his name's Chase, actually had this conversation with this old crotchety 93-year-old guy in line at a restaurant. And he was just like, hey, what is the key to growing old and actually being able to be spry and be able to still walk around? And the old codger said, just go do what you want. Now, if that doesn't tell you anything, someone with, that much tenure, that many years under their belt and still getting around, what is it that you want to do in your life? Start to think about that. What opportunities, what experiences, how do you want your life to be without having to say, oh, that would be a dream, or, oh, that's just a huge pipe dream you have. Good luck achieving that. There's ways to achieve all of that. And when you've got a roadmap that you can follow that's going to show you the way to, create a simple business online. That's what it was for us. Like we needed to have something tangible that we could say, okay, we've got this idea of a path that we wanted to go, but there was nothing really kind of put together in a step-by-step form that was going to lead us there. And so what did we want? What do you want? So what did we want? We wanted to be able to travel full time. We wanted to not have to go back and clock in. I know that, as a firefighter, I got about 3 weeks of vacation a year. It was a little bit more, but our hours were crazy and ridiculous. So on a ratio, it was about the same as a normal 22-hour or 2 weeks a year sort of thing. So start to paint yourself into the picture of what your ideal life would be like. And when you've got that vision of what you want it to be like and where you are right now, then the path starts to reveal itself. So for us, it was creating a simple business online that a former firefighter and a former hairstylist can actually put together. We feel that anybody could do this, because seriously, if we were able to do it, imagine what you could actually accomplish. Mind blowing. I know it's absolutely crazy. And so like the direction that we want to go with you is how do you put all that together so that you can go and actually create and do what you want, even if you have no previous skills, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, as a hairstylist, I never once did something technical on a computer. So when I dove into online business, I was like, what? And I didn't really understand what I was getting myself into. So anybody that we talk to from here on out, that's why we have such a burning desire, such a passion to help people, because I think that a lot of people, especially people with physical jobs, don't really know what it's like in the online space yet. So we want to remove the blinders and really speak the truth about this whole topic, because there's a lot to be said. There's a lot of cool stuff to be learned so that you can create a business that you're excited about, because your business that you're excited about is the thing that leads you to the life that you really want. I mean, nobody builds a business as a hobby. If you're building a business, you are going in there with the intent that this thing is going to set you up for life. This is going to give you more flexibility to do what you want, when you want, be with the ones that you want, when you want, wherever it is that you want, all over the world, right?
Right.
That's right.
Oh, you were asking me that?
Right, right. So to get that flexibility, you want to be doing something that you're really excited about, something that you love. And it isn't until you understand what it is that you're creating, like anything, once you get good at it, once you learn a few simple skills to put the thing together, that's when the momentum starts building. That's when the ball starts rolling and things start getting really exciting for you. So if you have questions about this, please leave them below in the comments. If you know somebody who's trying to put this thing together, share the video. Let them know, hey, Be Adventure Partners over there are telling the truth, speaking the truth, and we don't bullshit anything. We don't leave anything out, because when we got started in our business, things were hard. 2 years without making a dime.
3 years was struggling like crazy. As you know, the little story that I started with started in 2012. And it wasn't until November of 2015 that I started learning about online business. And then we met and then in person back in June of 2016. And 10 months later is when I put my boots on the shelf in the fire department for the very last time on April 1st of 2017. Just 10 short months later, because we had this burning desire to do whatever the hell we wanted, whenever we wanted, to be together, to travel the world, to, hey, your brother's having a baby soon, so we head up to Canada, or, hey, it's the holidays, let's go fly down to Texas or fly to Canada or from wherever we're at in the world to go do holiday stuff or birthday stuff or whatever it is that we want. The key is, what is it that you want to paint into your life? And how could the Be Adventure Partners roadmap help you step by step get to that? Maybe you just need a little jump start. Maybe you just need a little toolkit that'll help you with your goals, that'll help you with, that roadmap, and also help you with that whole website thing and showing you the different things that you need in a website so that it's super attractive, so that you can build out that life where you can work it from anywhere that you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, it's really exciting. So we hope this helped you. We hope this inspired you to start making decisions for yourself so that you can do what you want, so that you can create the life that you're super duper excited about.
Yeah, so in the comments below, let us know what it would be to do it for yourself, and what would that be like? And there's a video right over here that's going to help you. Go ahead and watch that for your journey. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified every single time we go and post a new video Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.
Adventure on, friends.
Adventure on.